Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. I'm Solo, and you're watching Solo Mike Media. We're finally here, ladies and gentlemen. This is my very first live stream, Changing the Game with Solo Mike Media, where we talk about life, sports, and what's trending. Now, let's get into it. Big shout out to Beast and Aiden and XQC for raising over $12 million, most money raised ever on a live stream. So, big shout out to them. All right, we got fight week this week. Two heavyweight contenders, Moses Itauma versus Dillian Whyte, fighting in Saudi Arabia tomorrow. This is going to be a big fight. It's a big showdown. I believe Moses is maybe half an inch taller, they're roughly about the same size. Moses is about 20 years old, young guy. Um, big time prospect. A lot of buzz surrounding his name. He's had a lot of great, finishes, knockouts. He's fighting Dillian Whyte. He's never fought a fighter of this caliber. Dillian Whyte is an elite fighter. Make no mistake. I mean, his ranks may have slipped, the last year or two, but this guy is an elite fighter. Do your homework on Dillian Whyte. This man has beaten Joseph Parker. He's beaten Povetkin. He's fought Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. This man has a great resume. So this is a tough task for the young, up and coming Moses Itauma. Um, Moses is a sharp fighter. He's very fast, very strong. His counter is on point. Has high ring IQ. He's about 20 years old. He's pretty young. Dylan's very seasoned. So it's going to be experience here versus youth and explosiveness. Moses is very explosive. A lot of people have been comparing him to the great Iron Mike Tyson, which is ludicrous. Let's just keep it a buck, man. Come on. I hate when they do that, man. I hate when they compare, up and coming athletes or boxers, whatever, football players, whatever, basketball players to legends. Let them build, their resume before we start mentioning, you know, legends. Come on. But as far as like playing styles or fighting styles, I don't have a problem with anybody comparing, styles or anything like that. But come on, comparing like actual resume and accomplishments, like come on. But I think Dylan, man, Moses, he hasn't really fought into the late rounds, so I believe Dylan is gonna try to take him into deep waters. Get him into the late rounds. 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. 11, test his endurance, his you know, his vulnerability. He's been knocking everyone out. So it's been pretty easy breezy for him for the most part. Um it's a tough task for Dylan as well. I mean, this guy's he's sharp, he's hungry, um, he's focused. So anytime you're in a match, a fight with someone like that, you know, it's heavyweight boxing. So truthfully, Moses, he does have a shot because it's heavyweight boxing. So anything can happen. He has the explosiveness, he has just the skill set, the ring IQ to become victorious tomorrow, August 16th. So anything can happen, man. Um, Moses, I think, you know, I'm thinking he's going to try to knock Dylan out probably the first 4 rounds. He's going to come in there fast, you know, attacking, very aggressive. We all love a knockout. I like a knockout. Everyone loves a knockout. Turkey, he loves a knockout. So I think that's going to be Moses' game plan for tomorrow. I think Dylan, on the other hand, like I said, he's more seasoned, and he knows. I'm sure he's watched film on Moses and probably been to a few of his fights. So I think Dylan's gonna use his jab, show Moses some different looks, some combinations. take him into the late rounds, 9, 10, 11. Work his body a little bit, give him some different looks. Dillian is a talented elite fighter. Make no mistake about it. Like I say, his rankings may have slipped or dipped, but this guy, I seen a video of him on YouTube. The guy's in shape, man. He's taking it serious, and it's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a tough fight for both parties. See, this is Dillian here. Look at him. Look how lean he looks. Looks lean, man. And Dillian has power too. Make no mistake about it. Like I said, it's gonna be a tough task for Moses. It's gonna be a tough task for Dillian as well. But like I say, Dillian's experience is gonna help him out a whole lot. You know, Dillian has gone the distance, you know, several times in his career. So you know, that helps. You know, everybody, you know, when fighters haven't gone the distance, they're not used to going the distance. So yeah, you know, we love a knockout, but you know, boxing for 11 or 12 rounds is a tough task to do. It's a very, very, very tough task to do. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I've seen a couple of interviews of Moses, man. He's seems like a good guy. He's focused. But me personally, I think this fight is too premature for Moses, man. You know, I would have rather him, you know, see him fight maybe Jared Anderson or what's that guy's name? Is it Torres? Someone like that, man. Speaking of Jared, you know, Jared fought Bacoli last year in August, and a lot of people thought that fight was premature for Jared at that point, and we know how that ended up. You know, Jerry got stopped. So, you know, Bacoli's like 6'6", 280 pounds. You know, Jared was trying to go toe to toe with him. You know, and not moving his head. You know, defense was not up to par. He was, you know, wasn't really using his jab much, and he got stopped. So it happens, man. But you know, a loss, you learn more from your losses than you win. So you know, we'll see. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Um, I know Turkey had tweeted that he wants to see Moses fight Usyk, and I was like, "What the hell? Come on, man! Alexander Usyk, come on, man! That's way too early. You know, I mean, first of all, I believe that's disrespectful to Joseph Parker. He should be the next fighter, the next heavyweight fighter to fight Alexander Usyk. No one else. No one else, man. Joseph Parker has been on a hell of a winning streak. You know, he's interim champion. He's a former heavyweight champion. This man should be first in line to fight Usyk, not Moses. I'm sorry, man. That's just the bottom line. And quite frankly, man, Usyk is just too skilled, man, to fight Moses, man. He's not ready, man. He's like 20 years old. He's just not ready, man. I think it'll be way too early in his career to go up against. We talking about generational talent, Usyk. You know, top 5 heavyweight of all time, like, you know, Olympic gold medalist, world champion, undefeated, you know, has power but doesn't have to rely on his power to win. He can box you and win. I mean, this guy, his head movement, his foot movement, he's 38, but he looks like he's 28 in the ring. This guy is phenomenal, man. I mean, like I say, generational talent. He's the best heavyweight of this generation. I mean, Usyk still looks in his prime. I mean, if I'm being honest, I believe the guy can fight probably another 2, 3 years at that level. If I'm being honest, but personally, I believe Usyk should retire. I mean, there's really nothing left for him to prove. He's beat everyone. He's beat like 3 of the top 5 guys in the division: Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. He's beat all of them twice. He's beat Chisora. So I mean, this guy's resume is impeccable. He's undisputed 3 times, 4 belt era, cruiserweight and heavyweight. It's really nothing for him to left to prove. Um, you know, Tremendous fighter, great fighter, great fighter. I mean, like I say, in my opinion, he's top 5 heavyweight all time. That's my opinion. Um, but yeah, that's a great fight. August 16th, Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. I think Moses looks a little taller than Dillian. Dylan's coming in this fight a little leaner. He looks in great shape. So I mean, it's a 17-year age gap. So that's a lot. But yeah, Moses, he's about 20 and Dylan's 37. So it's a big age gap. It's gonna be a great fight tomorrow. Uh, Saudi Arabia. You guys should go check it out. I will be watching the fight, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on, man. It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on with this guy called Jerry Jones, aka Paw Paw. Oh, Paw Paw beat cancer, man. That's what's up, man. Congratulations, man. This is the Cowboys are a soap opera 365 days a year. When it gets slow, I'll stir it up. Jerry Jones, man. Man. Oh man. I don't even know where to start with Paw Paw. Um man, tomfoolery. I guess I'll start there. Tomfoolery, man. Um it's ridiculous, man. It's flat out ridiculous what's going on with the Michael Parsons contract. I mean, but you know, Jerry is doing this on purpose. This is what he does. This is what he does. This is who he is. He loves the drama. He loves the attention. He loves the cameras. He loves lights. He loves it all. He loves the stage. And he's addicted to it basically. He's addicted to the media, you know. It's it's sad, man. This guy Michael Parsons, you drafted him in the first round. He's done pretty much everything you could do in the first 4 years. This guy has been phenomenal. I mean, he's fought for you. He's his record speaks for itself, man. And to draw this out like this, man, going into the regular season, is ridiculous.
Really, nothing.
So the question was, The question was posed to Jerry. What's preventing Jerry Jones from having contract talks with Michael Parsons and his representatives? And Jerry Jones, aka Paw, let's see what he says.
Really, nothing.
So why don't you talk?
Again, nothing would be that, and we might or might not talk. And the rest of that gets on what we do every day. You know, really,
Look at the smirk on his face that he makes. like you got to pay attention to little certain details. Look, look at, look at, come on, man. See this. He loves this, man. This is what he gets a kick out of this, man. The attention, the questions, the drama. Man, this guy is a character, man. What is he like? Almost 90? Like this guy, this guy is a trip, man. And a lot of people are, a lot of fans are outraged, as they should be. Um, but if you know Jerry Jones, then you know he's been Jerry Jones. This is Jerry being Jerry. I mean, he did it with Zeke. He did it with Dak. He did it with CD, and he's doing it again with Micah. I mean, he's consistent. I mean, that's one thing you can say. He's consistent. It's flat out ridiculous, man. I mean, the message that it sends to your locker room, your fans, around the league, man. It's not a good look, man. I mean, you're talking about young generational talent who's a leader in the locker room, who's doesn't get in any trouble, um, who comes to work, Pro Bowler, All Pro, I believe, Defensive Rookie of the Year, I believe. I mean, the guy is sensational. I mean, I don't know what is going on. I mean, and then the crazy part is that it's in Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys' best interest to pay early. That's what is mind boggling. That's the head scratcher. Like, if you're a GM or owner or organization, football, it's in your best interest to pay early, because the longer you wait, the more you're gonna have to put, the more food you're gonna have to put on the player's plate. So that's pretty much how the game is. I mean the players, of course they want to be paid what's due, right? What's fair. However, they don't want a long drawn out process where they don't have a long term deal to, um, for them and their family, for their future. Anything can happen. So, you know, why would you wait all the way up till we in the preseason and you have yet to sign Michael Parsons? I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Um, and look at this guy's face. I want to play this over again. I want to play this again, man. This is ridiculous.
you know, really, nothing.
So why don't you talk?
Again, nothing would be that, and we might or might not talk. And the rest of that gets on what we do every day. You know,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And once again, the question was posed to Jerry: what's preventing you from having contract talks with Michael Parsons and his representatives? And Jerry Jones said nothing. The gall, man. The man, this guy, the narcissism is top level with Jerry Jones, aka Paw Paw is on a whole nother level. If you think you're a narcissist, just watch a few videos of Jerry Jones and you'll kind of be like, well, I'm not that bad. It's crazy, man. Some people are very pissed off about this whole ordeal. Um, Me personally, I don't know, man. Michael requests a trade, man. He seems to be at the point where he's like, you know what? I'm done. It's gone too far. I'm tired of these behind, closed room negotiations without my agent being president at at the time. Like I don't want to conduct business like this. I have an agent. If you want to make a deal, speak with my agent. That's how business is done in 2025. But Jerry Jones, um, he still thinks it's you know, 1982 or 1988. He still thinks it's 1974. And, he still has that outdated way of thinking, you know. Um, Hence why they haven't been to the NFC championship in almost 30 years. So the proof is in the pudding. Um, you know, it's unfortunate, man. These guys they put a lot of work in. You know, they put a lot on the line to go fight for you, to go fight for these teams, these organizations, and then and they have to put over this long drawn out circus basically. So hopefully, man, things will get worked out. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Michael, he's requested a trade. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones has said they're not going to trade him. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. It's like I don't even know. I'm speechless about it. But it's Jerry being Jerry. That's for sure. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Um, the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys. That's a fact. You can always count on the Cowboys to be the Cowboys. You can count on Jerry Jones being Jerry Jones. That's a guarantee. That's an absolute guarantee. Um, I'm gonna be honest. It will not surprise me if the Cowboys do not make the playoffs. It will not surprise me one bit. Not at all. They're the third best team in the NFC East. I mean, you have the Eagles, right? Super Bowl champions. Been to two Super Bowls within the last 3 or 4 years. We have the Commanders have their second year quarterback out of LSU, Jaden Daniels. First year as a rookie, offensive rookie of the year, Pro Bowler, led his team to the NFC Championship. Phenomenal. Let's just put things into perspective right quick. Um, Jaden Daniels in his rookie season has the same number of playoff wins as Dak Prescott. Let me repeat that for you. Jaden Daniels in his rookie season has the exact same number of playoff wins as Dak Prescott, the quarterback of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The highest paid quarterback in the NFL going into his 10th season. 2 playoff wins. I'm gonna go on. Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls. 2. Yes, 2. He's been to the same number of Super Bowls as Dak has playoff wins. So just off that alone tells you what you need to know about the future of the Dallas Cowboys. Right there. That's all you need to know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Um, you know, if Jerry was not a GM and someone else was the GM, he would have fired that GM probably 20 times by now. If the same actions by a different GM was under Jerry, I mean, this is ridiculous, man. But in the same breath, Jerry has constructed a pretty solid team around that. I'll be, I'll be honest. Um, I mean, he's drafted some good players, offensive linemen. You know, they're future Hall of Famers. You know, so he's that Dak Prescott has been surrounded by a lot of talent um, since he's been there. So I will say that that's a fact. A lot of talent. So it's really no excuses for the lack of postseason success. It's really no excuses. And the Cleveland Browns, you know, um, they paid Miles. Miles requested a trade, and they ended up paying Miles Garrett and T.J. Watt. The Steelers paid him. I don't know what's taking so long. Why is it taking this long, Jerry? Why? Because that's what you want to do. You want to draw. You want to you know stretch it out, make it all dramatic. That's what you want to do. That's what you like to do. And speaking of the Browns, Shedeur Sanders is still number 4 on the depth chart. I mean, I don't understand. I really, really, really don't understand. Um, we're gonna dive into this. We're gonna dive. I ain't spell his name right. We're gonna dive into this. The Browns, the Browns, the Browns. Okay. The Browns have almost 7 quarterbacks on the team right now. Um, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco in his prime was a hell of a quarterback. Um, Postseason, check his resume. Joe was that dude in the postseason. However, Joe is 40 now. It's over. It's time for a change. Kenny Pickett, I think he's in his third, fourth season now. I think he's on his third team. He's drafted by the Steelers. Then he went to the Eagles, I believe, and now he's on the Browns. I mean, come on, man. You kind of know the body of work that, or lack thereof, that Kenny Pickett produces. So, what are we doing here? Now, you drafted 2 quarterbacks in this year's draft. Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, right? Okay. One of them has the highest completion percentage for the NCAA, right? And we know who that is, right? That's Shedeur Sanders. Okay, this other guy, Dylan, right? The guy is what, 5'10"? How tall is Dylan? Okay, it says 5'11" here, right? Okay. Now, history has shown that short quarterbacks typically don't have success in the league, right? Just that's what history has shown. Now, it's only like a handful of quarterbacks that were, under 6 feet that were pretty good. I mean, what Russell Wilson, um, Drew Brees is kind of right at the border, 6 foot, right there at 6 foot. Drew Brees Hall of Famer, Russell Wilson Hall of Famer. I mean, it's not a long list, man. Now, I say this to say this here. Your, my opinion is that the Browns should focus on Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders as far as reps. That should be their primary focus, right? They drafted these two guys in this year's draft. I believe the bulk of the reps should be evenly distributed, majority amongst Dylan and Shedeur. I mean, come on. You know, a lot of people are saying that, they're looking towards next year's draft, 2026. They got 2 first-round picks. Let me tell you something. There's no guarantees with a first-round pick in a draft. We all know that. Jamarcus Russell. We all know that. We all know that. It's a lot of other players. Carr, his brother. I mean, the list goes on and on. The Browns have made mistake after mistake after mistake when it comes to the quarterback position. I remember one year they drafted this guy. I can't even remember his name. He was like 30, and they drafted him in the first round. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Okay, I have this pulled up here. Okay, I'm rooting for Shedeur Sanders. Let me get that out the way. Um, the average audience for Shedeur Sanders' NFL debut on August the 8th versus Carolina Panthers, 2.2 million viewers. I think that's the most in watch preseason game. Yeah, in a decade. There it is, right there. I was thinking about it, and it was on the screen. But I mean, come on, man. This man, if anyone have watched the game, the man made some hard, tight window throws. Um, Man, good decision making, zero turnovers, 3 successful drives. He threw for 2 touchdowns. I think he was the only rookie quarterback to throw for 2 touchdowns in the first preseason game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the only rookie quarterback to throw for 2 touchdowns, and he led a rushing touchdown on his on that final score that they did. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. We all know the story. The guy was projected to go in the first round. No one had him past the second. Everyone had him in the top 2 of their quarterback rankings, right? Mel Kiper, et cetera, et cetera. No one had him going past early second round, and he slipped to the 5th round, right? Probably the ratings for the draft, the 2025 draft, were through the roof, right? And we all know why. Just because of Shedeur Sanders. 2.2 million viewers for the preseason game. Most watched preseason game in over a decade on NFL Network. This guy's box office. He's a winner. He's clutch. He's calm. He's cool. He's collected. Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. Like, what what are they looking at? Or like, I just don't get it. Um, he recently was got an injury. I think his oblique or something like that. So I don't think he's gonna play um, tomorrow against the Eagles. I don't think he's gonna play. I think they're gonna give him some rest. Um, but yeah, man, this guy has, you know, I like how poised he is. I like that he's unbothered. He's focused. He's he seems like a very mature young man. He's media trained very well. He handles the press very well. He seems, like I say, he seems like a respectable young man. I don't know him personally, of course, but he seems like a pretty good guy. Um, I'm rooting for him. I hope nothing but success for him in Cleveland, and we'll see how everything unfolds. Right, time will tell. It always does. It always tell. Um, we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Let's see. I think they play tomorrow. Let's see. No, Andrew Berry.
Really, really good. Proud of you.
Cool.
Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
No, I'm
Kinda
proud.
proud.
Look, for your first time, it wasn't perfect, no, but you made plays, you operated, like, so it's just stacked.
I love when you tell the facts, do you? No, but it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you did a nice job, okay? So just take what you learned from tonight, apply it to the joint practices, and then the next preseason game. All right?
You were the real player now. I'm gonna bring that sauce to you.
I know you will. I know you will. Really good job. That's a great start.
It feels more real now. I'll just say I'm back in my groove. That's
Really, really good job. Proud of you.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. General Manager Andrew Berry. You know, congratulating Shedeur after a great performance in his first NFL preseason game. Phenomenal. 0 turnovers. I mean, great numbers, man. So that's awesome, man. They seem to based on that video, they seem to get along pretty well. It didn't seem awkward. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. The exchange didn't seem awkward. Awkward. It seemed pretty natural. Um, Andrew Berry he's a young guy. Uh, Seems to be a very sharp guy. Um, and the owner, as you know, mentioned last week, I believe, that it was Andrew Berry's decision to draft Shedeur. So shout out to the Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry, who drafted Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado. Shout out. Um, Back to the Browns. This organization, man, man. You know, I don't know. It's crazy, man. We all know what happened with Baker, right? Um, I'll say this: Baker was not ready. He should not have been the number 1 overall pick. That should have been Lamar Jackson. Baker he was kind of like a project, right? He needed to be developed. he wasn't ready to start from day one. Um, and the Browns didn't believe in him. They end up, we know the story, right? They didn't want to pay him, and they got Deshaun Watson instead. We see how that worked out for him, right? Exactly. Fast forward 2025, Baker Mayfield's two-time Pro Bowler, two division titles. Um, he's he's recently been ranked in top 10 of top 10 NFL quarterbacks. I don't really disagree with that. I mean, the guy's been putting up career best numbers, passing yards, touchdowns. He's more seasoned now. He's faced a lot of adversity, and it is what it is. He's in Tampa. He's doing his thing, and that division. What he's got: the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Saints. Um, that division is it's not the strongest for sure, but the Browns, man, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like I say, they need to just focus on Shedeur and Dillian. The two youngest quarterbacks they have, and let those two guys battle it out for the starting position. You know what I'm saying? And you know, don't worry about next year. Next year, it's next year. 2026 is next year. So let's focus on 2025. See what we can get out of Shedeur and or Dillian. Me personally, I'm rooting for Shedeur. And let's see how the chips fall. Um, Stefanski, Coach Stefanski. This season, man. If they have a crappy season, this could be his last season in Cleveland. So you know, I don't know. They may roll with Joe for the starter on game one. That's probably more than likely what they're gonna do. Make Joe Flacco the starter, and then give him probably short rope to make mistakes, and then eventually, if he do make, I mean, I'm sorry, if he lose, two or three games, they'll probably end up bringing in whoever the second screen is and see what they do. So it is what it is. But excuse me. Again, um, you know, it is what it is. Let's see here. Give me one moment. Let's see. It's a fight. Let's see. But we're gonna go ahead. Gonna go ahead and wrap things up for today. Oh man, this is my very first stream. Finally knocked it out. I appreciate you guys joining me. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. We talked about a few things today. We talked about the fight week, Moses versus Dillian Whyte, Itauma versus Whyte tomorrow in Saudi Arabia. You guys go check that out. Looks like a great heavyweight matchup. And of course, we talked about Jerry Jones and the fiasco with the Michael Parsons contract. And we also talked about the Cleveland Browns, right? Man, in the quarterback situation, in their future going forward. All right. Like I say, I'm changing the game with Solo Mike Media. We're going to talk about sports, life, and what's trending. All right. I will be streaming tomorrow and also Sunday. I appreciate you guys. Peace.